Courtney. I'm 18 years old, almost 19, and last year in 2019 I graduated from high school and I started college, and I'm studying elementary education at Brigham Young University, Idaho. I really like reading and painting and outdoorsy things like hiking and camping. I first realized that I struggled with mental illness when I was about 12 to 13 years old. I would get frustrated at very little things, and I would start hyperventilating and crying over just the smallest things, and I started realizing that that's not normal for people my age. I was officially diagnosed when I was 15 in the fall, and my first psychiatrist diagnosed me with major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and insomnia. And that was really big for me as a 15-year-old, because you long so much to just be normal at that age, you know? What led me to seek diagnosis was mostly my mom. Like, she was the first one to take me to a therapist who said, oh yeah, she should probably get checked out by a psychiatrist. And then later on, when I was 17 years old, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, passive suicidal ideation, and ADHD. So, yeah, that's a lot of mental illnesses. Treatments that I've pursued is mostly medication. And my first psychiatrist started me off on really heavy, high doses of all sorts of these medications, antidepressants, sleep medications, SSRIs, which most of them didn't work. Actually, none of them worked. And I didn't understand why it didn't work. I was doing everything that I was told. I took the medications. I talked to my therapist. I talked to my family. So my mom got kind of tired of this psychiatrist because he was kind of crazy. So we switched psychiatrists, and the first thing that the new psychiatrist said, she said, let's do a genetics test. So we did the genetics test, and we found out that I metabolize medication a lot faster than most people. And she tried new medication, mostly antipsychotics, which apparently metabolize a lot slower. And I was able to get on ADHD medication, so everything was good. Medication has really worked, but I've also done a lot of therapy. I have a really good support system with my family and my friends. I go to a support group for my trauma, and that's pretty great. I went to a mental hospital when I was 16 years old after a particularly bad passive suicidal episode, and that was pretty good, actually. I really liked it there. People were super supportive. They were able to help me figure out my medications. Therapy constantly, and people were so supportive of me. I just felt so safe there with other people who were going through what I've gone through, and other kids my age who were dealing with really hard things. Mental illness has taken away from me a lot. It's taken away just general feeling of safety and the feeling of hoping to be normal. It's taken a lot of hope. It's taken a lot of happiness, mostly the depression. It's taken away my ability to trust other people. And that's just mostly because, like, I'm afraid that they're gonna judge me for what I've gone through, or they're gonna not want to be with me anymore because I'm kind of crazy sometimes. And it's just really taken away being able to build relationships and friendships with other people. Things that I've gained from mental illness is my ability to be empathetic towards other people who have gone through what I've gone through, and also people who haven't gone through what I've gone through. Just if someone says, I feel hopeless about this situation, I'm able to say, wow, I know what hopelessness feels like. I know what you're kind of feeling right now. Or when people say, wow, I'm really nervous about this, I can say, oh yeah, I know what it's like to be nervous. And that's been really helpful, and that's actually been able to gain more friends, which is kind of the opposite of what I said before. Support from family and friends is kind of difficult, because sometimes they just don't understand what you're going through. And sometimes they just don't know what to do, and you don't know what they can do either. Like, they're like, how can I help you? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not sure how you can help me. There's not really much that anybody can really do except for be there and talk me through it. I'm okay with advice, but I'm not okay with judgments. Like, oh, I'm feeling this way. Oh, well, you need to start doing this. That's not very helpful. What is most helpful is just listening. So sometimes I just need to release the feelings and the thoughts that I'm having. So it's really helpful for people to just listen to me talk, you know? I wish that other people would understand that mental illness is real, and that it's an actual struggle that people are going through, and that it can be medically treated, It's not just just sniff some oils and get some more sleep. It's take these medications, go to this doctor, make sure that you're eating right and drinking lots of water and getting your exercise. Like, it's an actual medical thing that can be treated. COVID-19 hasn't particularly affected me, except for just the social distancing. It's made me really depressed and lonely, and sometimes I still have passive suicidal episodes, which is just where I just don't want to exist anymore, which is really hard to go through. But I'm always safe. I never try to do anything. I never self-harm. I just feel so down that I just can't do it anymore. What I always tell myself is, you got through yesterday, and you can get through today, and you will get through tomorrow. And that's something that I've always told myself, and it always just seems to help, because I know that I can get through this, because I have before, and I can, and I will.